Hey guys, how's this going? It's Pizza Boy here, bringing you a Magic the Gathering deck tech. Today I'm going to be talking about my green, white, blue mid-range deck. I'll explain why it's mid-range, and I'll explain everything about it, why I made it. And I believe this deck is the most unknown deck in Standard. If it was more known, I think more people would be playing it. I think it could be played in tournaments, and I think it could be quite successful. I have been testing it and I have been winning. So let's get started. The card that I mainly focus this deck around is Master Biomancer. Uh, each other creature you control enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to Master Biomancer's power, and it has Mutant as an additional type. That's not very important. So creatures come out with two PZs, a 2/4 with two +1/+1 counters on them. So then what I thought is, what if I do launch the fleet and I would attack? I would just make a deck with a bunch of creatures and get launch the fleet. I would attach him. I would target all those creatures with him. They were all attacking. That I'd have like maybe 4 or 5 extra attacking 3/3s tokens, soldiers. I'm sure you guys know what launch fleet does, but so that was my main thinking. It's kind of changed from there, but it's still with mainly creatures in the deck, and they're going to be attacking, and but I do have other combos to go with Master Biomancer. So launch the fleet's the main one. So I'll just say the cards. I got 4 Master Biomancer, just so you know, need 4. I'm really bad with just doing 4 cards. I have a lot of 3s, which is I think I could cut down some cards. Maybe you guys could tell me what I should cut. I got 3 launch fleets, and then other cards to go with Master Biomancer's combo. Probably my best one is Brimaz with his cat soldiers. So whenever he attacks or blocks, he gets a 1/1 white cat soldier with vigilance out. And if I had Master Biomancer out instead, that's a 3/3 white vigilance cat. So that's really good. I got 4 of him. Next is just kind of like if it's a really long game, it would be my main win condition, would be Elspeth. I got 2 Elspeths, and her first ability put 3/1/1 soldiers onto the battlefield. Instead, that would be basically a free, +1 Elspeth. I would get 3 3/3s with Master Biomancer out on the battlefield, which is, I think, just an amazing combo. That's just unstoppable once you get to that point. So then another thing to think about is if Master Biomancer's strength is higher, then you would get bigger creatures with all these tokens that you're making. So the main card I have for that is a Johnny Mentor. So with his +1 ability to get the 3 +1/+1 counters on 1, 2, or 3 target creatures. Also, he's just great for digging for cards, and also his ultimate's just a game winner too. So those are my Planeswalkers, 2 Elspeths, 3 Johnny Mentors. So that's kind of that's the combo. Any of those 5 different cards together could just do really well against your opponent. Your opponent would have to answer at least one of them, or he would have to answer Master Biomancer. So that's those. Next, I'll get to the creatures it's mostly creatures, and what I did was I just went and I found the best creatures for green, white, blue. I don't have any blue creatures. The only blue cards I will show you is Master Biomancer, and I also have some Detention Spheres. That's the only blue, so it's kind of a splash, but it's not really a splash because Master Biomancer is the main card in the deck. So we'll start off. I got 3 Courser Crewfix. This is where I said I'm really bad with 3s again. 3 Courser Crewfix, best green card in Standard, arguably. Probably know what he does. Yeah, 3 of him. Next, we got Loxodon Smiter, 3 of him. He's just a great hitter, can't be countered, great 3-drop. Yeah, so 3 of him. And next, I have 3 Scavenging Ooze. It's just another creature that can get bigger by itself, gain me life, which is great. and he's just a 2-drop, which I only have a few of. This is a mid-range deck, so most of my drops are 3-drops. Loxodon Smiter, Forcer Crewfix, Brimaz is... those are my main creatures, and then I also have some Detention Spheres, so mostly 3-drops, except for Scavenging Ooze, which is great to have in early game. Okay, so next, like I said, for removal, I have 4 Detention Spheres. I don't have any board sweepers because I have all these creatures. Obviously, I'm not going to run any board sweepers. So, Detention Spheres, can't get enough of them. So, gotta have 2 Banishing Lights just to get rid of that pesky something, whatever it is, one of something. So, those are the main cards of the deck. Next comes, I do have a couple Sylvan Carriages, but that's kind of a mana producing card mainly. But I do have, I unfortunately don't have the card yet. I'm going to be getting it soon. I have 2 Selesnya Charms. These are printed. I just printed them off my printer, so they're not colored or anything. But great for against mono black. Great for against green-white aggro, which is a new big thing coming up. So yeah, 2 Selesnya Charms. It's also just makes more tokens, so why not? Okay, so next is land. It's pretty simple. 3 Sylvan Carriage. Again, I'm really bad with the 3. So green-white is the main color. Those are the 2 main colors. Green has a little bit more of necessity over white. So I do have 4 Temple of Plenty, which is the Scry for green-white. 4 Temple Gardens, which is the only shocklands I have, but green-white. 4 Temple of Enlightenment, 4 Temple of Mystery, and then, just because I have them, you don't necessarily need them. I do have 2 Mana Confluences in this deck. And then lastly, the basic lands, I have 3 forests and 3 plains. So, that is the deck. That's the main deck right there. That's what I have for you guys. I hope you like it. I have been testing it a lot. The new Jund midrange, that is now possibly a new big thing with the Planeswalkers. I've been testing against that. It's a 50-50 split, just like it is with blue-white control. So I've done some things to the sideboard to kind of focus on mono-black, blue-white control. Blue-white control goes along with mono blue, and then the Jund midrange / planeswalker / awesomeness. If you haven't seen the Mana Source's YouTube video on the Jund midrange, I'd go check that out. It's a pretty cool deck. So yeah, you guys tell me what you think. If you like it, I'll make a sideboard. Otherwise, that's it for today. I just tried to make this as quick as I could. So don't forget, leave a like. It helps my videos get a lot more views and whatnot. Helps everyone. So yeah, talk to you guys later. See ya.